Hey y'all, and welcome to my very first YouTube video. In today's video I'm just going to be showing y'all how I do these soft locks. And soft locks is what I have in my hair right now. Super convenient and easy style. I'm not in my regular setup. I am also a travel braider, so if you live outside of Toledo, Ohio, I will, as long as it's like an hour away, I'll really come anywhere. So this is in her home. So right here, I'm just sectioning off the back section. Coming from the bottom, I'm working my way up. And she did wash and blow dry her hair. And I blow dried again when I got there a little bit because it wasn't all the way blow dried. But right here, you're just gonna, usually for me, I usually do 4 parts in the back. But the parts looked a little bit big, and with her hair texture, I just didn't want to look like more parts than locks, if that makes sense. So you will see me go back in here and do 5 parts in the very back of the neck. And also when it comes to parting, it took me a while to really master my parts. Just keep practicing, don't give up, don't get discouraged, because you guys got to start somewhere. But right here, I'm just sectioning off, and the way I section the hair off, I do 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down. And also, for example, so the back of the head, I'm doing 5 squares. So the next row is going to be 6 squares, and you're going to want to brick layer them, which I will show you guys what brick layering as I go up. But yeah, so this is my very first YouTube video, and if you guys like what you see so far, please give me a like and share. Also, please subscribe to my channel. I do plan on posting consistent content for you guys. You know, I can do like restock, hair store trips with me, customizing hair colors, showing you guys how I do certain styles. So just stay tuned if you guys want to see those things. And this technique I used, it took me a few techniques to finally master how I do these soft locks. The next lock I do, I'm going to slow all the way down for you guys. But this is the best technique I found, and it makes it super easy to take your hair down. I know a lot of people struggle with taking their locks down. I will also be making a separate video on that as well. But right here, you're just gonna comb it out really good. Section it into 3 different parts and just plait braid down. I'll let you guys see this right here. And then you're gonna add the lock in. Bring the lock to the middle piece, and that's gonna be the 3rd strand of hair. And then you're just gonna braid normal all the way down. Just to like braid it down a little bit. And then you're gonna take all 3 strands and braid it outside of the lock. So right here, I took all 3 strands away from the lock, and I'm just braiding it down regular. Okay, so now for this part, you're just gonna take the hair, and really you're just gonna feel. I can't really explain how much you're gonna need, but it's not a lot at all. Like if you Oh, I can't explain how much, honestly. It's just one of those things where you're gonna have to feel it. And if the lock feels too skinny, don't just keep going down and add more hair around it because that may be harder to take out. But I would just grab a bigger section, and you can always, you know, I'm sorry, take less. You can always add more. So right here, I'm kind of showing y'all just literally a little bit. And you're gonna take the lock and wrap it around, and make sure you're holding that root until that root is wrapped around. Because if not, that's what can cause stiffness. And as you're wrapping down, don't do it so tight because that also will cause stiffness. You should be able to put your locks up in a bun as soon as they're done. Soft locks are supposed to be a very lightweight style, so if your client's like, oh my god, this is so heavy, it could be the way that you're wrapping the hair around. And I also felt that crocheting I tried crocheting at first, and that was absolutely terrible. So I think this is the best technique to have them super light and fluffy. Okay, so right here, little coffee break. But now we're gonna go to the next section. So usually, I'll do 2 rows in the back depending on the head size and what size she's getting. Always brush from the bottom, work your way up, just to not cause any tension. Right here, my son was just saying, "Mom, are you doing braids?" He knows that this is all I do, so. So right here, you always, if you're gonna notice, you're gonna see me use 2 different combs. So that first comb is like a skinnier rat tail comb, and then this other comb is a precision comb. I'll leave a link in the bio of all the products that I'm using. And then you're gonna pre-part first, and then the second time, once you feel like it's a pretty good part, you're gonna put the gel down, and then you're gonna just part straight across. Always look at different angles when you're parting because you never know. Because sometimes that's why I always think that it's really important to have your head up when you're have your client's head up when you're parting, just because if it's slanted down or whatnot, the part will be slanted and you won't notice till you lift the head up, and then it's just more work in the end. So right here, I'm going to start on my right side, and I'm going to make the first part right in between the part underneath, if that makes sense. So that's going to be brick layering. And you'll be able to see more as I work along. But the first row I did 5, so I want to do 6 rows in this row. And sometimes, it may not be 6, you may have to do 7, or you may have to, I usually never would do like 5 then 4, like it would never be nothing like that. So I either do 6 parts, or if I notice I have to do 7, that's okay too. But if you notice right here, this part is in the middle of that last one that's underneath it. And that's kind of my guide, and that's how I just always part across. Just make sure it's in the middle of whatever one I worked on below. And as the rows go up, it can get a little bit tricky, so you just have to kind of like find out what works for you. And it's just so satisfying watching. But as you see, like, I'm over here talking, laughing, and still reparting everything because I'm just so used to. I just like in my head, it's like a mental note. Like, okay, I need to make other parts a little bit smaller so I can fit these 3 in this little box right here. And like I said, you're gonna have to find what works for you, because not everyone may think like this, or not everyone may pre-part like this. Some people may part as they go. I just feel like this saves me time, having everything pre-parted. But yep, and then sometimes I won't go up, down, as you can see. This isn't right, up, down, up, down. But like I said, whatever works for you, that's what you just should do. Y'all, we were so weak at this movie. We were so, it was called The Mother with Jennifer Lopez. I think it was like a disgusting part, and she was like, I cannot see this. Like, this is gonna make me throw up. And she was pregnant, y'all. She was the sweetest girl, like, sweetest woman ever. I was grateful enough to have her welcome me into her home and trust me with her hair before she went into labor. But yes, so right here, I'm just doing the same thing that I've been doing. Just braided a few down, and she was getting butt length. So, these were a little bit longer. If she was getting waist length, I probably wouldn't have braided it that far down. But also, the locks come in different sizes, so whatever size you want to get, and I can show you guys the different sizes that it comes in, so you can kind of see what I will use for shoulder length, what I will use for mid back or waist length or butt length, and etc. whatever. But right here I'm breaking it down, so I'm just showing you, do a 3 plait braid, like this. And then you're just going to braid down a little bit. Like I said, you will know what works for you and what doesn't. So I'm just explaining how I do it and what works for me. And this white residue right here is just from the oil that was in her hair. That's all that white residue from, but it will go away. I just kind of smooth it out. But you're just going to braid a little bit around the lock, and then you're going to take the 3 strands out of the lock and then just braid down to the side. And that will make it easy for when the client takes the hair down, that when they cut, I always tell them, find the braided part that I braided, unbraid that, and your lock will slip right out. That's the most easiest way I could explain it. I don't know any other way to explain it, but that is why I do this. And it's more flexible at the root, because as you can see, it's like I plaited the root down, and it's very flexible. So when I wrap the hair around, it'll be way easier to move, rather than I used to crochet it, and the crochet is right at the top. So it'd make it look stiff, it'd be bulky, but this just looks like just flat twist, or flat locks, I guess. And then right here again, I'm just holding the root tight, and then wrapping that hair around that. And you don't want to wrap on top of each other, because that will and can cause stiffness. And this is just real time I'm showing you guys. And it's a really easy style, guys. Like, it's not really much to it. I did the locks that's in my hair. This was probably in my hair. Oh my god, I'm trying to look at my roots and see how crazy they looked. Honestly, this was probably like month 3 or something. And right there, I'll just ask her, does she need to stand up? Or every row I asked her, like, do you need to stand up? Because I know when I was pregnant, I was like, I cannot sit this long. So she stuck it out the whole entire time. But when it comes to the next row, you know, you're just going to part along. There's not really much to this. Like I said, parting is something that comes with time. I used to, oh my god. It used to take me forever to do braids, because it just took me so long to part. So what I would just, the only thing, if you take from this video, I would recommend is keep that head up. Make sure your client's head is eye level. If you want them to watch a movie, whatever, just don't, if you have their head down, it's just going to make it a lot more work if they're looking at their phone naturally. I know that's just what clients do. So it's not like they're doing it on purpose to make your job harder, but it's just naturally when you look at your phone, you look down. So you just got to remind them, can you keep your head up while I'm parting? You're going to pre-part first, next row, or pre-part first, lay some gel down, then do your final part. And for me, I only really need to, I'm just so used to it, so that's why it looks so easy. But then you're always going to want to check, move the hair around, twist it around, whatever you got to do, but make sure that part is straight all across. And then you're just going to wrap everything up, whatever you needed to take away or added more. Just because that makes me see everything. I don't like a loose bun at the top. I need it to be secure so I can see what I need to do. And then you're just gonna go around and part again. And I always do one right by the ear, right on top of the ear. And then, like, it's like a, to me, that's just my guide, is the ear. So like I said, I'll do one in front of the ear, one at the same level as the ear, and one behind the ear. And then that's when I start going off of the row below. Then I'll start my bricklayering. So right here, so as you can see, I always do 3, one before, one in the middle, one after the ear, and then I start my bricklaying right here. So now I'm just going to follow in the middle of each row below, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to just let you guys watch this, because there's really nothing else to it. Hopefully I explained it well. And if you guys have any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comments below. And you guys can also DM me my Instagram, and I'll put it on the screen right now. It's styles.that.blossom. That's also my TikTok page. I'm trying to get more active on TikTok, so if you guys want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram, and if you guys, I would love for you guys to follow me on TikTok as well, because I think it's like a thing, if you get to 1,000 followers or something like that, you can go live. So I would love to start going live on there as well. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you guys can see all my uploads. It would really help me out. Because I'm trying to take this shit serious. I've been wanting to do YouTube, oh my god, since I was like 14. That's like 10 years ago. So I'm happy that I'm finally doing it. So I'm excited, y'all. I have so much content coming, and I also have a personal channel where I'll be doing like cleaning videos, DIY videos. I also crochet blankets and outfits and whatnot, so I'll be doing some videos like that over there. So I will also leave my other YouTube channel in my description box, so just check that out. But if I feel like there's anything else y'all need to see, I will jump back in. If not, please just enjoy the video, and hopefully I taught you guys something. I got scenes on my mind and some M's. Got a lot of M's on my mind and my friends. I wanna be in your life until the night is over. I wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. It's been a hell of a ride, but every single moment you were there by my side. You see through the storm and take me as I am. Baby, it's magic and you turn it into real. I'm here 'cause it's love. Hold you for my hand. Okay, so right here, we decided to add some peekaboo color. This is color 30 in the front. She just wanted like a skunk stripe in the front of her hair, which came out actually very, very cute. Right here, we have about 2 rows left at the very top. She ended up sitting on her exercise ball because the chair that we were using was too tall. And also, she just wanted to get a little bit moving around, which I completely understood. And my job is just to make everyone comfortable. So I was, like I said, she was, I think, 8 to 9 months pregnant. So I could only imagine what that felt like. And I was there for some time. But yep, the rest we're doing is just wrapping around. And we're almost done, guys. So right here, as you guys can see, I started braiding a little bit different. There was really no rhyme or reason why I did this. I just have like 3 different techniques that I know how to braid like, and I don't know, just in the front, I don't know if I was getting tired and I decided to braid like this. This is not a wrong or right, like there's nothing wrong with the way of braiding like this. I just know I'll probably get some questions asking like, what is there really a reason why I braid like this in the front? But nope, I just felt like it. Alright, y'all, and we made it to the very end. Right here, I'm just putting some mousse on her locks for her. There is really no special mousse that I use. This is just the one that I decided to pack. I do like the ones that come in the aerosol container, like the ones that you can't see through. Those mousse are just more thick. This mousse is a water base. I always say if you can see through it, that means it's a water based one, at least what I know. But we just put mousse all around, really on her rouge, just to wrap away any flyaways. Some people don't use mousse. You don't have to. This is just what I do. Then after I put some mousse on, you have to oil that scalp, baby. You gotta oil the scalp. Like your client's hair is gonna be exposed for however long they wear it. My locks, I keep my locks in for a while, so you need a scalp that put oil on that scalp just to make sure everything is hydrated so it's not itchy. And then always go into a shine spray to just make everything nice and shiny. Look at that hair. The hair is, look at me, I'm over here hype on my girl. It's so beautiful. Look how beautiful it makes her look. I just love it so much, y'all, and it's so lightweight, so fluffy. And please, please, please be sure to give me a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.